My name is Haley Kinter. I am 26 years old. I'm from Santa Cruz, California, and I'm a 500-hour yoga teacher, and I am currently going to school for my yoga therapy license. I am passionate about accessible yoga and making it accessible for everybody. I'm losing my camera. Sorry, you're in a plant, so I found yoga because I've been chronically ill and disabled since I was 13 years old, so for half of my life now. I lovingly refer to myself as the Hot Mess Express because my health is just really difficult to manage. Yoga saved my quality of life, and my yoga practice has allowed me to thrive rather than just survive. So it lights me up on the inside, and my passion is sharing yoga with as many people as possible, but especially people that feel like they're not represented in yoga and people that feel that yoga isn't for them, because you know what? If you can breathe, then yoga is for you. Yoga is for everybody. And I'm happy to show you on this page how to make it for you. But yoga is great because it meets us wherever we are in this present moment, no matter what our physical health looks like, no matter what our mental health looks like, no matter what's going on in our lives. Yoga meets us right here, right now, and brings us home. Now, before I guide you in a very short yoga experience in your chair, let me clear up some misconceptions about yoga because there's a lot of them out there. The first, yoga means union. It comes from a Sanskrit word called yoke, which means union. And so often we are living in the past or reliving the past, or we are stressing about things in our future, and we're often not in this moment. And yoga reunites us with the present moment. It reunites us with ourself, and it reunites us with our connection to others and everything around us. The present moment is our home. And yoga, I call it a practice because it's all about practicing returning home. Yoga is so much more than just physical postures or asana practice. It also involves breathing, mindfulness, meditation, self-study, self-control. It's a lifestyle, and it has morals and ethics that people try their best to follow. Sorry, my pump is going off. Give me a second. My pump is like, let me sing you the song of my people. Okay. Where was I? Yoga is not a religion. It can be practice, and it can coexist and even complement any religion that you follow. Yoga comes from India, and it's very, very old. These yoga practices are nothing new, but the more we study them in this modern world, the more we're learning that these practices aren't just woo-woo. They have really strong and powerful effects, and sometimes the more subtle the practice, the more of effect it actually has on us. It's not just the crazy headstands and splits that make a difference. Sometimes it's literally just sitting down and making your exhales longer than your inhales. And sometimes that is the most powerful part about a yoga practice. You can't really look at someone and know whether or not they are good at yoga, because yoga is an internal practice, meaning you can't really see if someone's practicing yoga or not. It's the inside process that makes yoga yoga, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to sugarcoat yoga. It's not easy. Sometimes showing up is incredibly difficult. Sometimes it's hard and messy, and it's not always easy. my only advice is to just consistently show up for yourself, and you might find that your life has more ease and you're less affected by suffering. So I started practicing and showing up when I felt good. That way, when I really need yoga, when I'm not feeling good, or when I'm having a really hard day, it's easier for me to access these practices. So with all that said, think of me as your tour guide to finding your inner peace. Take care of yourself, go slow, listen to your body sensations, listen to your breath, skip anything painful or that isn't appropriate for you. I don't know what you have going on medically, physically, mentally, so please go slow, and if anything hurts, don't do it. It's really that simple. Rest when you need to, and if all you can do is breathe with me and us today, then that's enough. Breathing is yoga. So go ahead and set your phone down if you haven't already. That way you can be hands-free. If you're in a wheelchair, lock your brakes. If you're in a normal chair, awesome. Yeah, if you have any tubes, any medical tubes, make sure to give yourself lots of extra slack so that you don't pull anything out. Okay, you ready? So for this little yoga class, we're going to start off in mountain pose. So mountain pose is all about feeling grounded and sitting up nice and tall. So think of your spine as like a string, and like the string starts at like the top of your head and it runs all the way down the middle of your body. So the best you can, go ahead and lengthen your spine and lift your chin up a tiny bit and open your chest up. Really bring your shoulders down, away from your ears. And while we're in mountain pose, I want you to check in with how you're feeling in this moment. So feeling your feet against the foot plate, your sit bones against your chair, or your back resting against your backrest, or if you have limited sensation, just focusing on the parts of your body that you can feel. Noticing the temperature and sensation of your skin, of your hair or your clothes resting against it. Maybe there's a breeze and you can feel the draft on your skin. Noticing any muscles that you can feel, joints. Just observing the sensations in your body without judgment. Next, we're going to bring your attention to your mind, noticing the space in between thoughts, and if that space feels very spacious or it feels very small or non-existent. So noticing the pace of our thoughts and the quality of the thoughts that we're having. Listening in on if we have any emotions. Moving our attention to our breath. Noticing if you breathe in through your nose or your mouth or both. Focusing on the physical sensation of the breath as it enters your body. Noticing where the breath goes, if it goes more in your stomach or your ribs or your chest. If your breath feels easeful and open or more tight and restricted. Not judging, just noticing. And together, let's go ahead and take 3 breaths. The first breath, we're gonna inhale through our nose if possible. And as we exhale, we're gonna make an ah sound. The second breath that we take together, we will inhale and make an ooh sound or an ah sound. And the third breath we take together, we're going to take an sound on our exhale. So inhale for ah. Ah. Inhale for ooh. Ooh. Inhale for You can lower your gaze to the floor or anywhere you'd like. Just unfocusing your gaze or even closing your eyes. We're gonna practice breathing in for a count of 4 seconds and breathing out for a count of 8 seconds. The first time we can breathe out for 6 seconds and just work on lengthening our exhales as we go. So, ready? Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, inhale for another 4. Exhale for 8 this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling again. Exhaling. So just continue inhaling for 4 seconds and exhaling for 8 seconds. No worries if 8 seconds is too long for you. Just try and extend your exhales and slow down your exhales. So let's try that a few more times. Great job. Now that we're feeling hopefully more in tune with our body and more mindful of how we're feeling, start to follow me in some joint warming up. So with these movements, start small and work your way to making bigger movements, and stop when you meet any resistance or discomfort. Pain, I should say. A little bit of discomfort, like stretching sensation, is okay. What we don't want is any pain or anything that doesn't feel good, like something that could hurt you. So we're gonna start with moving our ankles. So if you can point and flex your toes, go ahead and do that. If you cannot do that, go ahead and lift your leg up. You can support it like this And just go ahead and manually point and flex your foot. And we'll do this about 6 times. 5, 6. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and switch sides. So pointing and flexing your toes, or if you can not do that, using your hand. One is not better than the other. What's important in yoga is that you're mindful and you're present in this moment. And not to worry if you get distracted, just come back to your breath, your 4-8 breath. Okay, next we will rotate our ankles or roll our ankles. So I'm just showing you like this, but you can do one at a time, obviously, or if you don't have the ability to roll your ankles, just take your hands to your feet and invite some motion into your ankles. And you can do it one at a time. I'll give you extra time. If you've been rolling out one ankle, go ahead and switch and do the other one now. Still breathing. You can go ahead and switch directions of the way you roll your ankles too. Okay. Setting your feet down. This time we're going to invite some motion into our knee joints. So go ahead and get your leg up. And on an inhale, we're going to extend our leg. So breathing in. And then exhale, you're gonna go ahead and pull, hug your leg into yourself. And what this would look like if you can't move your leg is just picking up your leg and just getting some movement into your knee joint as best as you can. So inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, extend. Exhaling to hug it in. Great job. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So again, inhaling to extend. Exhale, hug your leg in. Hopefully the bottoms of my feet are clean. Oh yeah, they are. Okay, not too bad. Sorry about that. Someone tried to call me and it stopped recording. How dare they? Okay, so next let's get some motion into our hips if we can. So what you can do is you can lift yourself up out of your seat and just get as much movement into those hips as you can. Or if this isn't accessible to you, you can just try and move your hips as much as you can. Chair. You can even use your arms to help you do that. Like you're hula hooping. All right. Next, my favorite thing ever, cat-cow. Let me turn to the side so that you can better understand how to do this next one. So I like to scoot my butt forward in my seat a little bit for this one, but you do you. Again, making sure you're not going to tug any of your lines out. We don't want that to happen. So, cat-cow pose. For cat, you're going to interlace your hands and lift them up as high as you can. And you're going to look up towards the sky and arch your back. So see what my lower back is doing here? That's the cat motion. So inhale, you're looking up. This is cow. And then on an exhale, you're gonna bring your arms down, you're gonna look down, and you're gonna round your back, kind of like a Halloween cat. Okay, and as you inhale, you're gonna come back up, and you are totally welcome to do this one side at a time too. So inhaling up for cat, exhaling for cow, or I'm sorry, inhaling for cow, exhaling for cat. So arching your back like a Halloween cat. Inhaling up, arch your back. Exhaling around your back. And I'll show. Inhaling, arch your back. Exhaling, round. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. And this is just such a great way to warm up your spine, get it nice and moving. If I do this first thing in the morning, I pop so much. It feels so good. Inhaling up, exhaling round. And you can also do this without your arms. Okay, next we're going to send some love to our hands and wrists. Okay, so go ahead and take your hands out in front of you as much as you can, or you can have them resting on your lap as well. But we're going to be getting some movement in to our wrists by pulling our fingers toward our arms and then lifting them up as if we're saying stop. So pulling our fingers towards ourselves. So starting small and then making the movements bigger. Stopping when we feel resistance or any painful sensations. Tuning into our breath, inhaling for 4 seconds, exhaling for 8 seconds. Okay, and now we're gonna do beak hands. So just opening and closing our fingers. Okay, and separating all of your fingers as far apart as you can, and then squeezing your hands into fists, opening, spreading, and then squeezing into fists. Still breathing. Don't worry if your yoga moves don't look like mine. We are all different. What matters is how it feels, not how it looks. We're all gonna look different because we all have different bone anatomy, muscle anatomy. So now we're just rolling out our wrists. I kind of like to dance around while I'm doing this one. Just vibing with life, you know? Okay. Next, we're going to move on to our elbows. So straightening our arms, bring your palms up, and on an inhale, so inhaling to extend and exhaling, touch your shoulders. So inhale, extend, exhale, shoulders. Inhale, extend, exhale, touch your shoulders. Okay, now spread your elbows apart, but still touching your shoulders. So your upper arms are parallel with the floor. On an exhale, you're going to bring your elbows together and to touch if possible. You don't have to make your elbows touch if it's not comfortable, but the motion is that we're bringing our elbows together. And then on an inhale, you're gonna spread your chest open. So this whole area opens, okay? So exhale, close. Inhale, open. And this is getting some mobility in our shoulders now. Because our shoulders take a lot of abuse if we sit a lot. We're chair users. Okay, release your arms. You could even shake them out. Okay. Cactus arms. Your upper arms are parallel to the floor, and then the rest of your arms, your lower arms, that sounds weird. You're going to have your hands up in the sky. My brain is really struggling to describe this to you right now, sorry. So inhale, you're gonna come to here, and then exhale, you're going to let your palms come down. I'm stuck here. This is where I feel resistance. You can keep going if you want, but I'm gonna come back up this way. Exhale, palms turn down. Inhale, come back up. In yoga, we never force ourselves to do things that don't feel good. It's okay to make ourselves uncomfortable by stretching, by working out, but it's not okay to push through pain. Okay, relax your arms for a moment, shake them out. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the side again for this next one, but you're going to inhale, lift your arms up as much as you can, squeezing your arms together. And then on an exhale, you're going to lower your arms behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, so inhale, arms lift and lengthen. Exhale, arms back behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, arms behind you. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in out. Okay, and I'm gonna show you from the side this next one as well. But for this one, you're going to kind of breathe in, arch your back so that your shoulder blades can touch. So squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then on an exhale, you're gonna round and hunch over. That way your shoulder blades can come apart. So inhale, squeezing. Exhale, pulling apart. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, apart. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, apart. Inhale, squeeze. And exhale, apart. Breathing in, squeezing. Exhaling, apart. Doing great. Now that we've done our shoulders, we're gonna do some more spine. Cat-cow was kind of spine, but we're gonna do some more spine. If you have hardware, be really careful when we do twisting stuff. Okay, so you can go ahead and have your hands on your thighs if you need more balance core stability, or you can hold on to the sides of your wheels. So on an inhale, mountain pose, spine is long. So inhale, lift and lengthen. And then on an exhale, you're gonna reach over for a little side bend action. And best you can, try and have this come from your core, not your arms. But if you need your arms for support, there's nothing wrong with that. Inhaling back up, lift and lengthen, and lean the other way. Inhaling back up, exhaling. Another glitch there. Next, we're going to do some twisting motions. So if you have hardware in your back, please be careful. Okay, so inhaling tall, just like last time. And this time for the exhale, we're going to go ahead and twist to look over our shoulder. Breathing. And if you have any core control or core strength, you want this to come from your core as much as possible to protect your back. Okay, so inhaling, come to center. Exhaling, you're gonna twist to the other side. Inhaling to come forward. Exhaling, other side. Inhaling, center. Exhaling to twist. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling, center. We'll do two more. Twist. Inhaling, center. Exhale, twist. Okay, now some neck. If you have neck issues, please be gentle, okay? So, I'm scooching my booty back into my chair here so I can sit up with a little bit more support. So, what we're going to do is we're going to, what first? Let's exhale, chin to chest. So exhaling, inhaling, looking up, not too far that we're compressing the back of our neck. And then on an exhale, we're gonna bring our nose to our left shoulder. Inhaling. chin to chest. Exhaling, chin or nose to other shoulder. Chin to chest. Now just go at the speed of your own breath. But we're going chin or nose to shoulder. Chin to chest. And then just alternating shoulders. As your neck gets more warmed up, you might notice that you can go deeper safely. Just keep breathing and listening to your body. Okay, that makes me dizzy if I do it too long, so I know some of you might feel that too. Just take a moment to reorient yourself to gravity. Okay, now we're gonna keep our chin level with the floor, and all we're gonna do is tilt our head to the side, bring it back, tilt it to the other side. So we're tilting our ear to our shoulder without moving our shoulders. Going back to your 4-8 breath. So inhaling for 4 seconds, exhaling for 8 seconds. Okay, last neck one. Just turn to look over your left shoulder, best you can. Come back to center. Turn to look over your right shoulder. Back to center. I'll do this. Let's see. Three more times. Good job. I like to kind of give my neck a roll, but I don't have severe neck problems, so please, if you know you have something going on with your neck, maybe don't roll quite so big. Maybe just draw like small circles with your nose. Okay, now that all of our joints are warmed up, let's do some big yoga poses, shall we? So, breathing in. We can do this one arm at a time or with both arms at the same time. I'll show it with one arm at a time first, but we're going to inhale, sit tall, really arch your back, open your chest up, and take your arm out to the side to the best of your ability. And then on an exhale, you're gonna round forward, give yourself a hug, or like go to pat yourself on the back because you're doing great. And then inhale, arch your back, open back up. Exhale, round, hug yourself. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to hug. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, hug. Really opening our chest up. This is a little back bend, little chest opener. Now I'll show you with both arms, but if you're doing it one arm at a time, now's a good time to switch sides. So go ahead and hug yourself. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug yourself. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug yourself, but switch arms every other time so that your arms get a chance to both be on top or under. Inhaling, open. Exhaling to hug yourself. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, hug yourself. Inhaling, open, open heart to the world. Hugging yourself, because life could be hard sometimes, but you're doing great. Opening your arms one last time. Okay, great. Now that we're nice and open, go ahead and I'm gonna scoot backwards a little bit so that you can see me better, a little bit. But you have two options here. You can either use a book or a block, and you could place it on the floor next to your front wheel, or you can go ahead and just grab the front frame of your wheelchair. I'm going to use, I'll just show you from the chair. So what you're gonna do is I'm using my left hand, I'm opposite of you, to hold on to my frame. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze my thighs together, if you can, not a big deal if you can't. And I'm gonna reach, inhale my arm up, and I'm going to look to my right. And if you don't have major neck problems and it feels good, you can go ahead and look at your extended right hands. And I'm gonna kind of lower my hand a little bit down, just opening the side body. You should feel this in your arms and in your thighs if you're able to engage them, and in the side of your body. It's a good twist for your spine. Let's breathe 3 more times. You can rest anytime you need to. Exhale, arm comes down, and go ahead and bring yourself back up. Take a breath. Actually, I shouldn't say take a breath, because you can't just take a breath. The breath is given to you. Each breath is a blessing, so accept each breath as another moment here. All right, so reach down now. We're gonna do the other side, so grab your chair or hold on to your block. I'm gonna do it with a block this time. So hand to block or chair. I'm gonna go ahead and inhale, your arm up. Look to your side that your arm's up. Or if you want more of a stretch, you can look towards your fingertips. And engaging your thighs, engaging your core, engage what you can. Focus on what you can do today. And we're gonna take 3 breaths together. Here we go, inhaling. Exhale your arm back down, come back up, take a breath. Great job. So that was seated revolved triangle. Now we're going to do seated pigeon. So go ahead and pick up or place your right foot over your left thigh. Or if you confuse your right and your left, that's fine, because we're doing both sides anyway, and it really doesn't matter. So from here, I want you to either flex your toes, bring them towards your knee, or if you have paralysis or weakness, you can go ahead and take your hand and you can make your foot do that. So just pull your ankle flexed. And then what you're gonna do, you can hold on to your chair for support, or if you don't need support, just go ahead and lean until you meet resistance or you feel a stretch. Once you feel a stretch, hang out here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna breathe and we're gonna listen to our body sensations. Okay, go ahead and relax your foot. Put your foot back down on that foot plate. Pick your other leg up and place it on your thigh. Go ahead and engage that foot and kind of experiment by leaning where you feel the stretch the most. No right or wrong answer here, or just where you find resistance. Okay, now that we're here, let's take a few more breaths and keep listening to what our body has to say. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8, inhaling 4, exhaling 8. Again, it doesn't really matter how many seconds we do. What matters is that we're just slowing our breath down. Okay, go ahead and release that foot. You can shake out your feet if that feels good to you. Or if you can't shake your feet, just go ahead and slap your legs around. Okay, what next? Let's do a leg stretch next. So if you have a strap, great. If not, I'll show you how to do it without one. You can also use a rolled up towel or a rolled up blanket. Actually, I'll show you how to do it with a strap first so you know what I mean. But you're going to put the bottom of your foot around the strap and you're just going to extend your leg out until you find resistance or until you feel a deep stretch. And it doesn't even have to be a deep stretch. So long as you feel a stretch, that's totally fine too. And you can bend your knee a little bit if you're not that flexible. So this is what it looks like with a strap. You can also just hold on to your toes if you're flexible enough, or you can hold on to your leg, or if you're wearing pants, you can just grab your pants and use that to hold your leg up. For a nice leg stretch. I'm gonna go ahead and keep using this, but so we're breathing here. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Again, you can rest at any time. If all you're doing is laying and breathing with me, great job for showing up and still being here. One more breath. Go ahead and switch sides. After this one, we just have 1 more left before our ending resting pose of Shavasana. Okay. So on your own time, you're 4-8 breathing. Treat it kind of as a meditation. And I did want to share another very big misconception about meditating while we're here is that a lot of people think to meditate you have to get rid of all your thoughts. You're only meditating once you have no thoughts in your head, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. Meditating is all about looking for the space in between our thoughts and recognizing when we're thinking. So as we're breathing and we have a thought, we can label it as thought or thinking, or we can say thank you or yes to acknowledge the thought. And without judgment, we just return our attention back to our breath or our body sensation or whatever we're choosing to focus on. And that's meditating, that's yoga. It's all about returning home. That's the practice. We're not trying to get rid of thoughts, because then that's just a great way to make more thoughts come. Stop thinking. Okay, probably enough on that side now. So now we're going to do a revolve twist, which is the same thing that we did earlier, only we're hanging out there for a little bit longer. So go ahead and scoot back in your chair if you're not already. And go ahead and put your hands on the outside of your right knee. And on your next exhale, you're going to use your core to turn. So use as much as your core as possible. And if you're using your arms, be very mindful not to go too far. You're just going to turn to look over your shoulder. And you can, with your extra arm, you can hold on to your wheel or maybe the back frame of your wheelchair, or you can just rest your arm on a handle behind you. We're going to take 3 breaths together here. Come forward, lengthen your spine again. Put your hands on the outside of your left knee or leg. And go ahead and exhale and turn to the other side. And come to center. My favorite pose, actually, even more so than cat and cow, is Shavasana. Believe it or not, that relaxing after class pose is a pose in itself. If you lay down on the floor and you're focusing on your body or you're focusing on your breath, guess what? That's Shavasana. You're doing yoga. Congratulations. So you have several options here. You can scoot your booty forward in your chair and you can kind of just lean back, and you can do whatever you want with your arms. If that's comfortable, perfect. If it's not comfortable, see if you can find a couch or a stool or anything that you can prop your legs up in front of you. If you have an automatic chair that can prop your legs up for you, now's a great time to bring your legs up and relax. This pose, the purpose of it is just to relax, so getting comfortable is important. If you have some pillows, you can set some pillows down in your lap, and you could just fold forward over your pillow, kind of like this. Or you can put a pillow in between your thighs, and you can, well, this pillow is a bad example, but you can put a pillow in between your legs, and you can kind of rest your head on it like this. So just taking a moment to get comfortable, whatever comfort looks like for you. And wherever you're at, I want you to go ahead and on your inhale, tense up as many muscles as you can without falling over, obviously. So inhale, tense. Exhale, release all your muscles. Relax. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Okay, ready? Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the muscles in your body that you can, and release. Okay, 1 more time. Squeeze, 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 and release. And you can get back in your cozy position if you need to readjust. Go ahead and release your jaw, release any tension in your jaw. Go ahead and relax it. Tongue should rest on the roof of your mouth, just behind your front teeth. Relax your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead. Relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. With each exhalation, just focus on releasing any tension that you find anywhere in your body. And go ahead and check in with how your body feels right now. Your skin, the temperature of your body, your muscles, your bones, your joints. Maybe see if you can even feel any sensations in your organs. Noticing how the breath changes your body. And I'm going to stop talking for a minute or so that you can just really relax. And let go of your focus. You can think about whatever you want. Noticing any noises in the background and not judging them or reacting to the sounds, just labeling the sounds as sounds. One more minute. Inviting some movement back into your body. You can move your fingers, your toes, move your neck or your spine a little bit. Opening up your eyes if you closed your eyes for a while. I sincerely hope that you feel a little bit better than you did when you joined me today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for showing up for yourself. I hope that you can take some of this peace that you've hopefully cultivated out into the world with you today. Thank you all so much.